That's all, just one time. You don't have to do the top, just the side.
Okay.
Just the side. Okay, did you turn on the iPad though?
We're gonna get that in a second.
Okay. Just the side, just hit the one time, that's it.
Well, it's on camera mode now, so
Yeah,
they're
that's-
back on video.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, good.
How much tomorrow you got left?
Huh? And like right at the beginning of this one, running there, no, you gotta start it before the end of this. Yeah, I'll tell you when. Okay, start it.
Okay. So welcome back, everyone. We're live on Facebook, so I do want to say hi to everybody out there. My next guest is a newbie with me. I have with me Dr. Jennifer Burns, and she is the owner of Burns Integrative Wellness Center. Welcome to the show. I want you to first tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do and what makes you different.
Yeah, so being a naturopathic doctor, we're definitely different where, you know, so we look at the whole picture. We try to use like more of the like, you know, like herbals and, you know, alternative compared to, you know, like, but sometimes, you know, you have to do a pharmaceutical. If you got strep throat, you know, you got to get that taken care of right away compared to just like, oh, hey, just eat a bunch of garlic, you know. So, I mean, but, you know, there's a balance between the two. And that's something that I really like is that, you know, the merging of, you know, both, you know, like the Eastern Western medicine to be able to help treat the whole person.
I think it's important that you do that. And the reason why is because, you know, today there's a lot of people out there, they're reaching out. They are reaching out to feel better because they might be going to their regular doctor and they're not feeling any better.
Yeah.
Right? So we can talk a little bit about that, but first what I want to tell everybody is that you do complimentary consultations and that you're located in North Phoenix, and you did want to talk about your non-profit, and I want you to be able to get that out right now. It's really cool.
Yeah, so I developed St. Michael's Med. It is a preventative medical clinic for veterans and first responders. I'm absolutely proud of it. We're just, you know, like getting it off the floor. So, I mean, I've got, you know, like I've been working really hard with different police departments. You know, it's like I'm trying, you know, working with some representatives from the VA to be able to, you know, expand out and be able to help out where, you know, it's like where these other places aren't, you know, I mean, are doing like a really good job with our veterans and stuff like that, but sometimes they want like more preventative. And so that's where we end up coming in for that. So, you know, it's like I'm just, this is my way of giving back to our veterans and our first responders who have been able to, they've spent a lot of their time, you know, it's like sacrificing, giving to our country, and this is our way of giving back.
It is a preventative clinic for first responders and veterans. Now you can check it out on the website, which is Saint spelled out Michael with no S med.org. Now let's go back to you and some of these questions that we're going to talk a little bit about. So, chronic illness, all right?
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that because a lot of people deal with chronic illness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's like lupus, chronic pain. There's, you know, I mean, Lyme's disease. You know, like some people have neurological issues that just like all of a sudden come up. So yeah, I mean, I'm saying it takes a toll on them. They have anxiety, they have depression, they have chronic pain, they've got fatigue. And so it's just like, it's like trying to put a puzzle together, you know, to find out what exactly each person needs for, you know, like what ailment that they have. And so, you know, digging deep and finding out, you know, we could do anything between like homeopathy, you know, like IV nutrition, acupuncture, you know, I mean, it's, you know, Reiki. So there's, you know, like energy medicine that can, you know, go into a lot of this that people are looking for because they're just like, you know, well, I could only get so far, you know, what can you do? So, I mean, there's like a lot of things we can do with personalizing, especially like a lot of the IVs, we personalize the acupuncture. You know, it's like for everybody, look at seeing like, okay, where's your fatigue at? Where's this or that at? You know, it's like, how's your mitochondria working? You know, what's going on with your neurotransmitters?
How does anybody know?
Exactly. That's why it's, you know, I have a couple people say, well, that's why it's called a practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to find out too.
Yes.
You do a consultation that is complimentary for
Yes.
people. You could check her out on her website, which is Burns Integrative wellnesscenter.com. You can also call her at 623-252-0376. You know, before you came on, I'm going to just do my own because she's a doctor. Her handwriting is unbelievably bad. Okay, so let's go to you.
Yes.
One of the things that you also specialize in is hormone.
Yes. Hormone
Let's talk
replacement
about-
therapy. Yes.
How important is that for people to check their hormones?
Very. So a lot of times what can happen is when our hormone levels go down, it actually changes the blood flow to the brain. You got more extra pain that goes in, inflammation, and you think, great, it's my arthritis. Well, actually, it may not be. It may be your hormones. Digestive issues changes, heart, regulation, the rhythm can also change as well because hormones are basically there, muscle, everything else. So if you don't have it regulated, some of you are just like, I don't understand why I'm crying. I don't understand why I have this anxiety. I don't understand why I have this chronic pain. And it's just like, maybe because you don't have enough hormones. And then of course, for women, but also men too, can get night sweats, hot flashes.
You see, men, you have menopause too.
Yes, we call it andropause.
Huh. So you see,
There you go.
yeah.
So yeah, definitely. And being able to, now sometimes I get it first time around, sometimes it takes a few times just to get the hormones balanced out in every individual's body. But once they do, they're just like, oh my gosh, I feel great. I feel like myself again, very outgoing. I can sleep better, pain's down. So yeah, they're like, the world is awesome again.
Right. Let me ask you something. Why is it so important to go to somebody who specializes in hormone replacement and the testing that you do, let's say because they go, I'll go to my doctor and ask him to do a hormone test on me. Why do they need to go to somebody who specializes in that?
Because hormones aren't as easy as it seems to be, and sometimes when we ever give it to people, the hormones, there's side effects. Of course, there could be water retention, there could be extra pain and stuff like that. So being able to know where to start, how to let people know what the side effects are, saying, okay, well, we need to switch stuff up. So it's everyone's a variable. Every delivery method for every person is also a variable too. Some people may prefer the cream. Some people may prefer a lozenge. Some people may prefer pellets. So it just really all depends.
Now you have a success story that you wanted to talk a little bit about, so I wanted you to be able to do that.
Yes, I actually have a veteran who's having neuropathy, and we were doing IV phosphatidylcholine with them. And we were able to reverse his neuropathy, and he can actually feel the floor now. So yeah, which I think is pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome. There's a lot of people out there that deal with neuropathy.
Yeah.
Now, what did you give them?
It was called phosphatidylcholine. It's basically a lecithin, and they said it blocks certain receptors to actually be able to help reignite the neurons again, or the nerve endings, and so where they can actually feel the floor. So where it's just they have burning and numbness, and this guy's we totally took that away, and he's just yeah, I can actually feel the floor now, and it's been years.
Aw, that's so wonderful. Now, you're located in North Phoenix. Your phone number is 623-252-0376. She does complimentary consultations, and she's a naturopathic, but do both.
Yes.
You bring you're a little of both.
Yeah, a little
Because sometimes it does. You have to.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
So I wanted to also say what you think. What really makes your practice different? Would it be that it's just integrated?
No, it's just I really, it's the individual is, it's I treat every individual, I see them as a person, and it's just, just trying to say, okay, how can we help you? What, you know, what's the thing that we can do, you know, like to best help like your health and everything else. And you know, it's like we want to be part of your medical team. We want to, you know, because everyone, you know, has like their financial team. They've got their, you know, and all that stuff. So, like we want to really be a part of your like your medical team. You want you have a cardiologist, great. I'd love to be able to talk to your cardiologist. You know, it's like you've got your primary care, great. I want to talk to your primary care.
So important that, you know, people can't talk to one another.
Yeah.
Because usually they don't.
Yeah.
So you have to go to one doctor, they
Mhm.
go to another doctor, and it becomes a cycle.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people, they are saying, like I said before,
Yeah.
they are not feeling better.
Yeah.
What is the first step that they should do?
Oh gosh, maybe it's like look at what you're eating. We have a lot of ultra processed foods. We got a lot of chemicals in the food as well. So you know, that's the first thing is can you clear, you know, a lot of that ultra processed food out and go back to whole foods. A lot of times that will definitely help out. Getting like a really good multivitamin will also help out as well. So it's like, you know, cleaning up the foods and getting like a really good multivitamin are the two most simple things that anyone can do.
Yeah, getting a multivitamin, just a minute there.
Okay.
Because there's jillions
Oh,
of
I know.
multivitamins out there.
Yes.
But there are some that are better than others.
Yes.
Do you have your own that you prescribe, or is it, well, I say prescribe.
But yeah, so I mean, it's like, yeah, as a physician, yes, we do prescribe, you know, where other like coaches and stuff like that can recommend. I usually like to go with like the high quality ones that are like more medical grade than say like some other ones. So like, you know, Full Script is one that I like. They're a distributor that they have more of the high quality ones. You know, that's on there like Thorn, Pure Encapsulation. You know, it's like a lot of those that I use. I love Metagenics as well. You know, so yeah, because I even personally use some of their stuff.
Yeah, because saying it and buying it, well, there's definitely different
Oh, yeah.
when you're buying it at the grocery store,
Yeah.
you know, as opposed to when you get it through
Yeah.
your doctor.
Yeah.
Her phone number to call is 623-252-0376. She does complimentary consultations. Check her out. It's Burns Integrative Wellnesscenter.com.
Right.
Okay,
you.
did you like it?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
I hope you did, and I hope
Yeah.
you come back
Yeah.
a little longer, a little
Yes.
bit longer, so we can
Okay.
go narrow and
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
You know, talk about what, even if you just talk about hormones.
Yeah.
You can talk about that forever.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
But thank you so
Yeah.
much. I really
Yeah, thank
appreciate you.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Okay, thank you. Wow,
Great job.
thank you.
Yeah, you did great.
You did
All
good. Hanging on your every word.
All right.
That was
thanks.
good.
Awesome, thank you.
You betcha.
All right, nice meeting you guys.
Nice meeting you. Thank you so much.
It's okay, okay. Hi.
So I'm gonna put you here.
Thank you.